Good afternoon and welcome to DieDragonDie presents the Legends Campaign episode 54. I'm your DM and host Marty from Under the Stairs, joined by my friends and fellow gamers, Adam and Ahmed. I will unmute them so they can speak. Adam just called in just in time, so good timing there, boss. I've been chatting away with Ahmed, and then we've got Trust and Foxfire on the stream. So, how was everyone's week? Let's go through that. Let's go through that exercise.
I made barbecue like a man, charcoal, no lighter fluid, like caveman style. It was awesome.
Okay.
Now I've got some cherries for dessert because
Awesome.
fucking cherries.
I haven't eaten yet.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I was telling Ahmed about my array of snacks I've got behind me because I went to the grocery store right before game. I've got almonds and potato crackers and some blackberries. I'm munching away on those.
Yeah,
and
we had some like marinated chicken breast that was grilled both sides.
La
cut
la
relatively
la
thin.
la la.
Then we had some sirloin tip that was marinated in a Korean barbecue sauce. So there's like a sweet chicken with the spicy beef.
I got an hour and a half. You can tease. It's cool.
when sundown?
Hour and a half.
Hour and a half.
Hour and a half? Okay.
8:46.
He knows the exact.
Hell yeah!
That's funny. So at 8:46, you're gonna have to go and stuff your face.
Yesterday I barbecued it, and I planned it so that the burgers came off the grill at 8:45.
Nicely
That's
done.
awesome.
That is dedication. And I need to update these panels. I'll try to do that this week, so that there's two PCs per player, and we only have 3 players now. So I will update the panels, or at least try to on my last week of vacation.
Ooh, last week of the vacay.
Yeah, 12th I start the new job.
Bum, bum, bum.
And I'm pretty much all settled. I'm pretty much settled all in my
Your
new.
ass comment. Jacob just sip a beer every time someone rolls a 1. He's like, "No, look at Mark's character."
Oh, Modron is not kind. As Shiraz said earlier, Modron is just simply Modron. So
Yeah. I was like,
he is
Modron,
he is
you
a
better not
force
screw
of
me over.
nature.
Yep.
So
Well,
last.
dude.
Oh yeah, do we finish the week thing? Ahmed, how
yeah,
was your
no,
week?
it was-
You
Oh, it's
barbecued
good.
and everything.
It's just work.
Okay.
It's just work.
All right.
The day I was supposed to go into the office, I'm like, no, I'm not coming in. Like, why? You don't want me in the office today. I'm not in a good mood because still getting used to the fast. So, are good now.
I had a bunch of little frustrating things to deal with that are still ongoing, like internet companies holding on to your money after you've canceled an order, and various security concerns, and new apartment, and what was the third one? Oh yeah, I can't find first world problem. Can't find a contractor that's got the right insurance
Safety
to actually do
certification,
the air conditioning install in my apartment, because I know it's weird. It's like, oh, it's July 4th, and then it becomes stifling hot in Seattle for 2 months. So, and I'm
Security issues? Shave your beard.
no. People are afraid of me with my beard, man. Keep the beard.
Throw an accent in.
Plus
What did
plus
you
2
say?
intimidate checks right here, my friends. Especially to people that can't grow beards.
Throw in a linguistics and add an accent. You'll get another +2.
Are you saying add one into something?
Yes, right. Hello, what was that? My sandwich is slow. What?
my hamwich.
My sandwich.
Sure, there's no ch there.
All right. This week on Ragnarok was the name of last episode, which is episode 54. Azildan explores the office building of the Ministry, looking for answers about his predicament. He meets a caged planetar of pines who tells him that the ownership of his soul is the focus of the negotiations between the agents of Cognazo, his former deity Meliki, and a mysterious third faction called the Wind Dukes. Azildan meets a strange oracle in the basement who confirms that Ragnarok is upon you all. At Zybor's Grove, the Heroes of Aegis use Baldur's Bottle to yank Azildan's soul from hell. Powerful devils pursue, and there was an interesting combat.
They pay for it.
Later on, the Heroes of Aegis rescue Donovan and Midwick from their misaligned arrival on Vosgard. Another body of the White Wizard is with them. Donovan sings praises to the watchful god Heimdall with surprising results. Where we left off, I believe, was they were going to do some downtime to level up. Let me just check the level up or the downtime sheet, and hopefully the audio issues have all been solved. It looks like we're kind of equalized. Let us know on the stream if somebody's too loud or too quiet. I appreciate that, because there were two games there where our audio was just brutal, and they were like the awesome games with Azildan and Hell and stuff. So I was upset when I saw that. Okay. Hence this thing stuck in my face now. Yeah.
It's called a beard.
My
guys die? What? Aww.
All right, so let me check the downtime sheet, which you guys have probably filled out.
Yeah. Yeah. To modify it a bunch of times.
Right, that's why I'm not only going to pay attention to it now, because I saw that you guys were editing the hell out of it. Oh, somebody edited the right date, so thank you.
You're welcome.
Ash the 17th is when Donovan sings praises to Heimdall, and the party spends some time in Runeshod, beginning their training on the 17th.
Yep.
And let's see, just everyone is going to do training. Is that the plan? Everyone wants their level. It's like
3 weeks, is it?
Yeah, but sorry, that first day of training starts like that evening. Ukher was in the angry zone.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so you're delayed by a day.
Then Ukher's angry zone. Well, that doesn't stop him from training. It just stops him from sleeping.
No, the angry zone was 14th, 15th, and 16th. You were done by the 17th.
So then we had the angry zone.
Yep.
And then the next angry zone is.
I'm assuming with several teleporters that you're easily able to go back to at this point. Back to Dvergholm.
Yeah.
You guys have pretty much become permanently situated out of this place, which is a really interesting thing.
I have an interesting idea regarding. I just thought of this. Midwick is taking 3 days to learn spells. He actually only needs 1, because if Lemmy regenerates him the next day, he doesn't need to sleep and he can continue writing spells without resting.
Why doesn't he need to sleep?
Because he's still mummified. He has the mummification feat from, so he doesn't need to sleep.
So Midwick is super creepy then, that's what you're saying.
Yeah.
No. When we regenerated your arm, you had to re-mummify yourself, which takes.
But we haven't done that yet because we're training. After training, if Lemmy does it right away, then he has to take 3 days. If Lemmy waits a day, he can 48 hours, 24 hours.
Okay, so what is that? I kind of follow. What are you doing? How does that affect your training time?
It doesn't affect my training time. All it does is it reduces my learning spells from Ukher from 3 days to 1 day.
Yeah, so basically.
So the regeneration happens a day after they level.
Yeah,
got it.
On Alder the 4th, we could go do a thing.
Yep, when you've learned. Yep.
So 15 days goes by. 15 days, Ash is the last month of winter. On Alder the 1st, you begin to realize that perhaps your local weather isn't just local. It might be across the north. But there are news of widespread winter storms, heavy snows, and cold weather marking the first day of spring.
I got a spell for that.
On Alder the 2nd, the party completes rest and recuperation and training, and it's still kind of cold out. Lemio hears that some of the farmers have come to Sailor Wormbind as well as to the Church of Heimdall to give offerings to the gods, because they're concerned that it might be a poor. The first harvest might be poor.
fellas, I'm gonna go and try to get rid of some of these storms. So
Azildan is off communing with nature until Mark comes back.
Okay.
And then the King Lokrik has gone back to Dvergholm. You guys are at Sailor Wormbine at this point in time. And
So-
let me put some tokens on the board on conversation layer. You guys haven't been here a long time.
So, gentlemen, you're telling me that because it's cold today, we know there's a problem. Yes.
Right.
Okay.
One day of weather,
Enough.
apparently they get really humans.
Well, Donovan, we're not really sure what the situation is, but what I can tell you is, Yig somehow, I believe, maintains a balance. Now Yig is no longer connected to this world, so I don't know how it's affecting the weather. This might be a sign of it. This might not. But that's my
Marty?
suggestion. It's impacted by it.
Knowledge, history, or bard, or planes, or something.
Yeah, by this time you've spent 15 days or something like that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Has the concept of Yig disconnecting from a world changed its weather patterns? Is that something? Is that a thing that I would know about? This hypothesis, does it sound?
Do you have knowledge planes?
Yes.
And do you have knowledge nature?
Yes.
And do you have knowledge history?
Yes.
Yes, you can give me 3 rolls.
Okay. Okay. 20 history, 29 nature, 34 planes.
What was the first one? 20?
20
Yeah, 20 was
nature
history. History.
history. Okay.
You don't know enough about the worlds that Yig is connected to.
Okay.
However, Yggdrasil was connected to Crucible because the dwarves came that way.
I got knowledge local crucible.
Now, you guys were all fleeing Crucible. You weren't sticking behind watching weather patterns and stuff.
Hey, look.
But you find it strangely fascinating that you can correlate Crucible's calendar almost exactly to the calendar that the people in this world follow. And then Lemmy is able to tell you that, yeah, now the Nalburnese also follow the same calendar, and Yggdrasil is connected there. And the seasons are aligned between Nalburn and Yggdrasil.
Lemmy,
So you're along, like, you're thinking there isn't something that you've come across that makes that theory wrong.
we might be missing the
Yeah, Donovan?
It might be like a yo-yo where you cut the string. You know, yo-yo, the toy where it goes up and down and up and down? And then if you cut the string, it just keeps going.
People don't
That
seem
could
to
be
know what a
really
yo-yo is.
potentially bad.
Oh.
Because if the seasons are all linked together at the same time through the tree, because the seasons are all the same, then when you're not linked to the tree, your seasons will now do what they do. And the question becomes, what was there before the tree grew? And if the answer is nothing, then what happens afterwards? Because what
Well,
would normally happen if you were being held by the tree?
Well, what you're saying is frightening me, and I think it's really putting the let's get Yig connected to Vosgard as soon as it's putting it up there. If the rest of you fellas are alright with it after we've dealt with the dragons, I'd like to reconnect Yig.
Alternately, it might just be a cold day. Let's not forget that
Yep.
it could just be cold today.
Because you're
There's a lot of
commonly
things-
teleporting between Dvergholm and yourselves, you know that the cold front isn't just local to Runeshod. It might be a front that's affecting several hundred miles away, which still, in a weather pattern, is not uncommon. But it's not just.
What if it is not tree? It is Frosty Demon Guy. Frosty Demon Guy up north.
That's possible. There is a massive wolf. I believe it's linked to not Locrix. Excuse me. What's his name again? What's that? I can't remember his name.
Who?
Don't worry about Wolf. Wolf is fine.
He's eating. I don't know what he's eating. He's eating light. What the hell is the light trying to touch the ground? And he's eating it. He's probably still eating it now.
She?
It was bad light. She is doing good job.
Ukher, what do you? You don't know what you're talking about, son. What the hell are you guys talking about with wolves and light?
There is.
You guys got wolves here.
Don't worry. It is Wolf God that has awakened and is growing strength for long winter. Probably has nothing to do with cold.
Right, sounds like a whole lot of shit.
Yeah, what the big man is saying might also be part of the reason why it's cold today.
Like, hey, just a side question here. Medwick, what are those things made out of that you put in these guns? It's brass.
Flash powder.
It's brass and powder. That's right. How many of those did you bring with you? Quite a bit. Why? Hey Donovan, here's a question. Do you think there's enough brass there or metal from wherever Midwick brought to make a rod to his plane, to his
Small
world?
planes?
Do you craft
No.
magic items at all?
No.
No.
I craft music, art, song, emotion.
Yeah.
question is-
If that is metal that is smelted from the place that you wanted to go, or like got from the place you want to go,
Can Midwick confirm
the more pure the metal and the more complete the metal is from that particular place, the higher the chance.
Probably
if
his.
it's mixed with other places, then you're pretty much gonna create something that is screwy.
Mr. Wick.
No, Midwick's my full name. It's my first name. You gotta call Sprockets, Mr. Sprockets.
I don't like the sound of that.
Mr. Sprockets has this ghostly third arm that seems to just be sort of manifesting. It's like it's made out of mist, kind of out of the underneath on his left side where he had his arm blown off. It looks like there's this misty shadow of his hand. But you've seen it like grab like the salt shaker on the table and kind of like put it on his food, and he's looked at it a few times like it's new, like he's testing it out, and it's really new to him.
You've got something on your side.
Yes, everybody has seen the little smoke arm. It's interesting. No. Is there a strong trading economy on your world?
My world.
Yeah, you said you were from the Empire of Men.
Yeah, I was. There was a ring that I was supposed to travel through. It's,
Yes, a song gate.
right. We're supposed to go to a place where there's a lot of trading that goes on.
Bartertown?
Right, that's the
It's
one.
a place where there's lots of trading.
Actually, I pull my document out. Because I still have my document, right?
This is really...
For
Donovan can't just read everything. He can
No,
hear it.
he
Yes.
could read
Okay,
very
so,
few languages.
So there's
He's
this
almost
very
illiterate.
official-looking document. It's got some stamps on it, and you don't understand the writing.
right, but I can read it. It says Bartertown.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
right here. It says Bartertown.
Ukher,
That
give
was
me
the
an int check.
destination.
Okay.
Or a linguistics check.
21 on the int check. Linguistics, or if it was linguistics, it would be another 6 on top of that, so 27.
Okay, you do have a document in your library somewhere that has the same writing that is on this that is on this piece of paper that Midwick's showing you. You got it from Acropolis. And
Is it one of the songs?
if we go to your library under books and journals, there should be a page for all the little books and things you've collected over time.
Books of Argon?
No.
Acropolis, that would be a nice place to go and stay.
Where is it? No, it's in Party Pages. And Oberon's Library. If you scroll down, there is a book called...
Wow.
Wow, is it...
Song of Worlds?
No.
Too bad.
Although you've never really played with those.
No.
Let me look for a keyword. Do you remember finding a book of marching songs?
Marching doesn't ring a bell. Oh, an army manual of marching songs for the glory of the Empire Eternal and the throne of Chris Leon.
Yes, that's it. What page is that on?
That is on Oberon's library. It's
Oh,
above
okay, it's
the
just a
spell
single.
books.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, there's a third branch of Midgard, an exquisite panel with the carving a tree, a map of Yig, and then underneath, yeah, the army manual of marching songs. So some of the characters that are in this army marching song book are actually the same character sets as this manual.
Little guy, we're going to have you read a book for us that we found a long time ago.
You've got a book with my writing on it?
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Yeah, no problem.
Interesting. Yes. Your land trades, and that looks something like what some places call a commodity. So it might not be a pure source, or source from some place that is easily accessible.
Do I know where I got the brass from?
Yeah, from like a metal dealer in the Imperial City.
It's a very good point. It's likely from somewhere else.
What looks far
You didn't know
more
the name of the
important-
chicken that ended up on your plate, right?
It was Jorge, the chicken.
Got it. Yeah. They brought me metal.
Yep.
What looks far more impressive are the metals in your armor, and perhaps some of the metals in some of the firearms that you carry. Some of those might be a little bit more particular or known.
These, from his armor, these ones didn't come from where I grew up. No, that's for sure. But the ones in my guns, same thing. Likely, we got them from who knows where. Could be from any world. But you said Bartertown. You know where that is. Then, if they have a song
Yes.
gate,
Yes.
and anyone knows the song to my world, they might. In fact, if we just hang out in Bartertown, we might be able to just get to my home.
Do you know the song to your world?
No, I never heard it. Never got close enough to the gates. The gates are very well protected.
Even if you get through, in my world, through the gates, it's gonna be a hell of a time to survive.
Sorry, I'm gonna probably butcher Altagar's accent, but so why
Thing we doing here?
why we going to the little gnome's world
Rocky.
anyways?
Fucking Rocky showed up.
It's not that I want to go home. I'm worried about what's happening there. But I'm worried about a reverend finding his way to me.
I'm sorry, Mr. Altagar. We all sort of shared a little bit. I know that we shared slightly more as we were, the new people. The Reverend sounds like a bellend. If you're familiar with that phraseology,
What?
a dick.
The reverend's a serious problem.
Altagar gets his look like he'd enjoy
The reverend's very
helping you out.
dangerous. He's a lot more dangerous than I am. A lot more.
Well, to be honest,
We don't know how dangerous you are yet, so it's not good scale.
he grins a weird grin. Like, are you happy or?
Them guns are like cheating.
Yeah, they are kind of cheaty.
It doesn't matter. In war, you gotta do what you gotta do. If the other guy's got him, you gotta have him.
I kind of like that. If they cheat, you cheat harder.
So are we going to
No,
go
but-
fight some dragons?
Yeah, let's go take care of dragons.
We
Um,
have debt to pay.
Right. When are we planning on going? Says Lemmy.
Do we even know where we're supposed to go?
We know there's one in Volcano.
All right.
Oh.
Well, we can go and fight down. Which one? What does it breathe?
Probably fire. It's in a volcano.
Isn't there one? Isn't the two-headed one in a lake?
Yeah, but that one is very scary.
Right. Well, look at the lads we've got with us now. With any luck, they'll give it a good whooping before it even gets to us.
Well, you're a bard.
Look, if it gets
Aren't
weapon
bards
before it
supposed to
gets to
know
us.
about these things? He looks at Donovan like he really likes Donovan. Donovan sung to his god, and his god appeared. Or like his god spoke.
All right. Give him
Yeah.
a second. He's just arrived not too long ago. He doesn't know anything about this world yet.
No, I've been doing my part. I've been speaking around, and Altagar's been helpful, and the people have been helpful. And
Yeah, I helped.
the the lady of the god has been very helpful.
Yeah, and he spent some time at Dvergholm too. I showed him around. The priest gave him access to a bunch of books, and tablets.
Before we go off and start traveling, I do want to create. I do want to do something first before we head off. There's something called a refuge token that I want to create for each of you. And
What does it do?
basically,
Actually, a knowledge check.
knowledge. Yeah,
Is it a spell or?
yeah. Refuge is a spell. It's
Okay,
a
spellcraft.
sorcerer, wizard, witch, oracle, cleric.
36 spellcraft. I'm gonna look up the spell.
sure.
If that's
you
right.
know what it does.
Yeah, I am.
Because
Also
Adam
looking at
doesn't
the
know what it
score.
does. So
People are wondering, like the others are looking at me. Well, basically what it does, it's I give you this token, and we decide on a place that you want it to connect to, and anytime you can use it, and you'll be teleported to that place. But you have to be on the same plane. So a place where it's safe, protected. There's provisions.
Yeah, it requires a 1,500 gold piece
Yeah,
thing.
it's
I
cost-
don't have the hospitality. Don't get me wrong, has been quite good. But
Let me
I
put his hand up.
am-
Don't worry, I'll sponsor you and Midwick for this. It's not. We're gonna go fight dragons. So
So it's
Dragons
a
have
thing that
forks.
brings us to a place.
if you're in trouble and alone, for example, and you have no way of getting out, this token, if you speak the right words that I'll teach you, will take you to a place that we've determined before, likely Dvargholm. Ukher, I suggest that your token goes to the place where you are under control in Dvargholm. You know what I mean? I wouldn't want you using
right
it
into
when
his, right into
I wouldn't
his,
want you. I
his
wouldn't
cell.
want you using it when you're not yourself. Is that all right?
I don't know why don't we just walk home?
If we're separated for any reason, you can
Yeah.
use it. If you're worried for your life for any reason, you can use it. It's an extra thing you can carry with you that will allow you to live and come back to a place of safety.
Okay.
I'm creating one for myself. I'll sponsor both Donovan and Medwick here. Create one for them as well. And if you lads want one, just let me know, and we'll create them. I think Dvargholm is the safest place.
Why don't we get
this is the other use for this spell. We could have you come to us when we break it.
Right, as I said, this will bring you to a place.
Yeah, if I get in trouble and I get hurt, I could, summon Lemmy.
Yes.
Yeah, that sounds good.
I prefer not, because I may not be able to do that. I may already be dead.
No,
And
don't
that
say
token
that.
will- if it comes to that and you've got to escape, then one
Yeah.
will work.
Yeah, okay. Altagar likes the idea because I think he was abandoned at sea, like just recently, when the three of you got split up. He sees the wisdom in
It
Lemmy's
is
spell.
costly. It is costly, but you can. It never runs out unless you use it.
Okay.
I don't think that I should have one.
I think. I don't. We can plan that yours appears in a place where it's controlled and protected, so that you don't. If you don't want one, you don't want one, Ukher. But I'm telling you, I can create one, and with Lolcrick and the ingenuity of the dwarves, I'm sure we can get something that will hold you for at least a night.
Well, you do. You've got his place of forgetting, his oubliette that he goes to,
His oubliette of doom.
the secure room that werewolf Ukher.
But is he chained in that room?
Vampire Ukher would be scary.
Yeah, no, you chain him. You go in there and chain him.
And otherwise, you are gonna crack through that place, right?
Otherwise, I will run a maku.
If you don't want one, Ukher, I understand.
I'll take one, Lemmy.
I want one that brings Lemmy.
Oh hell no!
You should get one too, and he says to Donovan. And when we fight dragons, if you're coming, you're staying in the back.
Yes. I am very supportive of that sort of thing.
Okay. Right. This will take me to craft these. It'll take me. Well, not long really. I just need a few seconds.
A prepared object. So it sounds like
Prepared objects. So I need to. Yeah.
You
I
need craft checks to find objects.
I have. I can make wooden items. I'll make like wooden, like little round branches.
I don't think you're fathoming this. If you're not
1,500 worth
buying
1,500.
the object already,
So
will
it'll take me
a long time.
2 days to craft one.
Do you
No, they're
have
not magic.
Do you have craft feats?
No, but I have. Yes, I have craft woodworking,
As a skill,
but not a
but
feat.
You
as
don't
a
have
skill.
any feats.
Right.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
Yeah,
you
no,
need
it's
to buy. You need to essentially buy these items. It'll take a day and a half to find each item.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bring me your items, and I'll be able to cast them.
Oh, don't be little girls everywhere. We can get dragon without little token.
Sure. Yeah. For up to you. So Marty, I've already spent 1,000.
We don't
to get
need
some.
helmets.
Marty, Lemmy's already spent 1,000 to get someone to look to start crafting a staff for him.
Yep. What
It's
spell
gonna
is
take
this?
30 days. This is for the spell. Oops, sorry. This is for the spell. Spell staff. Give me a sec. Yeah, change staff. Change staff.
Okay, what is everyone else doing this day while he's getting someone?
This what day are we talking right now?
This is the second. You guys have
The
finished your
second?
training. Lemmy restores Midwick's hand on this day,
Yeah. So
and then
actually
Lemmy.
tomorrow I do it because Midwick is doing his learning.
So it's 580 is what I spent
Okay.
on Ukher to learn those spells.
And how many days did it take to do that?
For Ukher spent 2 days with spells, the same 2 days Lemmy and Midwick spent.
Okay. Change staff summon and refuge tokens instead. Lemmy, what are you doing instead of on that second day?
That day, Lemmy's gonna go and get rid of the storms.
Like how he says that. I'm just gonna go say fuck you, Storm.
Control weather.
Yeah, well, that is what that spell is for.
Control weather, rest, or take my hour's rest, go to another city, control weather. I can do 2 of them. Because I'm a druid, I think the radius is 3 miles. Give me a sec.
Okay.
3 mile. Yeah, it's a 3 mile radius with double duration. So I don't know what the duration is. It'll have to.
The duration is 12 hours.
Right. So I have to roll for each. I assume.
If you had mythic control weather, it would be double the duration.
No, I already have double the duration because I'm a druid. A druid casting the spell doubles the duration and
again.
affects a circle with a 3 mile radius. Oh, seriously?
3 mile
If you-
radius. Okay.
3 mile radius, yeah, so 6 mile diameter.
That's pretty good, actually.
So
Yeah.
where are you centering these control weathers? Like around Runeshod and around Vergholm?
Runeshod, Vergholm, Vosgard, what's that city's name? Vosnand or?
Vossen Saga, you're going to go to the capital and do
Saga.
it there?
Yeah, Vosgard. I can do it 12 times, basically.
Okay, well, while the snowing isn't as fierce in the capital, it is stormy weather, and you basically teleport in, cast a spell, make it nice, and then go to the next area. So basically, the possible weather in spring to make it is
Plant growth. It's just while I'm there, pop like 5 or 10 plant growth and off I go.
The guy who has to pluck the weeds in the garden is just furious.
you can use the spell to cause the weather in the area to become calm and normal for the season. Okay,
Yeah,
so
I don't know how- do you want me to
you
roll
end
how
up
long it
creating
lasts
like pleasant weather in one place and rain in another, and kind of a cloudy day in the other. Kind of getting rid of the
Do you want me to roll durations?
average duration would be 6.5 times 8.
Average duration is 6.5 times 8.
Are you casting mythic versions? Or?
I don't
No,
have mythic.
no.
I don't have mythic.
yes.
So it's double whatever the average duration is.
6.5 times 8 is 52 hours.
So 2 days. For 2 days.
Yep.
Okay.
So on the second, let me restore his hand and gets someone to start fashioning
I'll spend that
a
1,000 now.
staff, and the staff is ready in 30 days. So
Yeah,
ready
and-
in 30
and-
days.
Midwick starts his month-long meditation after his hand's been restored.
Okay,
Not meditation, monthst-long
starts
remummification.
Remummification. Yeah, that's the ways.
vacation
He's like, well, shit, if it's gonna be cold, then I'm gonna prepare.
rituals. Okay, and then Ukher, you said it'll take you 2 days to study spells.
Oh, that was the 2 days before Midwick even. At the same time, Midwick was copying spells.
Okay.
We Midwick and Ukher sat there and copied each other's books for a bit.
Yep.
Okay, so 1,000 off.
Midwick, Ukher, and Slobbers trade spells. Okay, it is several days later. The wintry weather does not give up. However, Lemmy has made it done so in the vicinity, in these pockets around 3 major cities. So the 2 days go by. It is now Alder the 4th. And you guys, this is like the evening of Alder the 4th.
Alright, so
So tomorrow then?
we fight dragon.
I'm gonna warm up. I'm warming up. Alright, let's prep spells for dragon fighting. This one is fire, you said?
What? Excuse me, gentlemen. What are we doing?
We're gonna go kill dragons.
All right.
Wee, dragon killing!
What kind of dragon is it?
You can do it. You can do it. You can do it. He's doing it.
Crag Lenorm?
Right.
Knowledge. For Crag
What can you
Lenorm?
tell us about him?
From Donovan?
How many of you
I just
need?
sent you a question, Adam.
How many of you need endure elements?
I do.
Donovan, do you need endure elements as well?
Okay. That evening, Donovan, there is a magical sensor that is setting off your detect scrying.
On whom?
Give me a spellcraft check, because you don't think you exactly are the one, because you were kind of like getting a plate of food or something like that, and you're like, "Ooh,
Yep.
oh shit, there's something going on."
Okay.
I think you make opposed caster level checks with this person to see if you get to see who it is. So why don't we do
Yes.
that?
And it's... Alright, and let me just check the spell. I'm going to assume that... Because I didn't know, I'm not going to do anything to bump my caster level. Later I will now... In the future I'll cast this in such a way as to be higher caster level. 26.
Whatever
Oh,
it
Jesus
is, rolls a
Christ.
natch 20, gets a 40. No, it's elusive. And what was your spellcraft check?
Oh. Sorry, my spellcraft check. 27.
It's centered on Ukher. At first you thought it was Midwick, and you're like, after hearing about this horrible thing that's tracking Midwick down, you're like, oh shit, but no, it's Ukher.
Who all is in the room right now?
The group that's kind of in focus in conversation
Okay.
layer. So Azildan's has been off. Communing.
Lemmy.
Yeah.
Slash keeping an eye on Zybar's Grove to make sure the devils aren't still crawling through.
Which is very useful.
Yep.
The big man.
Ukher?
Does he have any secret admirers?
Yeah, he's got a whore demon.
A what demon?
She's called the Mother of Monsters. And she lives in a lake. And she creates monsters. And he slept with her. Multiple times from what I know.
Knowledge. Stuff.
Give me a knowledge religion.
Religion. Okay.
That's normal. That's Ukher. He's the monster lover.
27. I didn't roll
He's
too good.
into monsters.
Okay. Sounds a lot like he's trying to describe a divine giantess by the name of Angerboda, who is Loki's wife, who gave birth to Fenrir, the Midgard serpent, and Hel.
And
Hel. And the goddess
and
Hel.
Hel.
Yep.
yeah.
She is known as the one who brings grief or the one who offers sorrow.
Have you ever had that feeling that you were just in the right place at the right time? this is that place, and this is that time. And crazy people like that, he's pointing at Ukher, are the reason why.
Right. So
Good
what do you
show,
want?
big man. Good show. Somebody's watching you. Be careful where you stick your little man. It might have negative consequences.
No, that's too late. We know she's pregnant.
Yes, but that has not to do with why we killed dragon.
So it has completely to do with why we're killing a dragon. Bluff of -1 versus sense motive of plus 30 something.
Right.
Huh. Do you owe her a favor? You should be very polite when you talk to this woman.
I
Because-
told her to screw off.
It's
Stop bugging me and screw off.
Hell's mother.
No, hell. Yeah,
Like Loki's
she
wife.
tangled with us. Hell tried to steal one of our friends, and we fought her off.
Later, when we're ready to emote over such things, we will. Now is probably not the right time. I've yet to see what happens when you do like a DC 70 fuck you god check.
Yeah, I guess the White Wizard didn't tell you like he didn't tell us. Things are not pretty.
No, things are very interesting though.
Yeah, right.
Okay, Ukher, you hear whispering. Everyone else can make a DC 25
Let me mix it.
perception check to hear the whispering at Ukher.
Let me mix it.
Okay, Donovan. Oh, Donovan has to roll.
Ooh.
Oh, barely. Barely.
Oh. Midwick hears.
Okay, give me a second.
I'm gonna prepare for you all in their elements, resist energies, protection from energies, airwalks, life bubbles.
How nice for you to finally decide to hunt those Linnorm. They are waking up. And when the final battle happens, you do not want these Linnorm on the side that will attack your precious rune shot. Consider yourself taking these off the board, Donovan. She's whispering to Ukher, but she knows everyone's listening. The right place at the right time.
Okay.
Thagloasa and her 2 children are dead. So is Wintergold by the hands of the Heroes of Aegis. King Trud slew Nekgare, the Gare Linnorm. However, this remains. There are some. Druskog Og, the worm of the sunken forest, can be found in Tomastock Lake.
Do you have a thing for this, or am I? Because I will copy this out.
No, I will copy and paste.
Okay. Danke.
Dazrageth is a fjord Linnorm who lives in the crater of drowned men. Krastog Craggy is the father crag Linnorm that lives in the volcano that you speak of. He will be difficult to kill, for he is surrounded by many other crag Linnorms. The last one that I require, that you should remove from the board so that they do not threaten, your little civilization? Is Clusterfog the devourer of corpses, the guardian of hell?
Did you say clusterfuck?
No.
Clusterfog is a Khan, Lenorm. He is the last one that you should stand against. And you should bring your little Lemmy there. I know that there are creatures there that are eager to meet you again.
I don't want to interrupt, but it is a pleasure to hear your words. Fan of your work, don't really agree with some of your principles, but
Fafnir will be very angry when he comes to this world and he sees so many Lenorms dead. But one angry Fafnir, he'll be angry regardless. You do not want these Lenorms riding into battle against your people and your heroes.
Knowledge Arcana? Fafnir? Knowledge something? Fafnir?
Religion, maybe? No, Arcana. Yeah, give me an Arcana.
Okay. Ukher gets a 19. Donovan, who is not Ukher.
Ukher knows that it's all kind of related.
It's going to be angry, it's going to have wings, I'm going to be angrier than it and tear its wings off. That's the plan. 38.
Fafnir is the father of all Lenorms and is a unique variety.
He breathes with 9 heads.
Miss
He's not a stupid dragon. Like, he's probably on par with true dragons.
Does he cast spells?
He might.
Fafnir is coming here?
The Ragnarok will bring so many gods from this pantheon, the Asgardians, their family, Loki's family, the giants, other races, and then the outsiders. They will want to get into the fighting as well. You do not realize what you've done, Herald of He Who Watches. You have made this place a focal point not only of this world, but all worlds.
Ludwig's starting to clean his guns. Like, what have you brought me into, you damn bastards? You bastards.
People always perform best when all eyes are watching. At least heroes do.
I will watch. I will wait.
It is okay if we bring them to the king to make crown, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Ukher, Aldegar doesn't seem too sure. He seems to have a suspicious nature.
You know what? I don't like it.
Yep.
This is...
Okay. You can feel her presence receding. Both Ukher, you no longer hear her. Take care, my sweet, is what she says.
So Ukher's sitting there, he's kind of got a big stupid grin on.
Okay. So it's obvious that she cast a message spell through some variant of scrying, and she knew all of you were listening because you didn't make like any bluff checks as to, hey, there's a scrying sensor. Let's now talk about you.
Well, because I don't know if this is normal, right? Is that
right? So you have a conversation with Anger Bodki, who isn't named Anger Boda, but
might be, close enough.
So... He's reckless, which is quite interesting. Just saying. Like... you've heard of like those spiders, the black widows, the ones that sort of they kill the mate. Try not to get your head bitten off.
You're gonna have to prepare your own bark skins. Covering the energy attacks for you.
Okay,
Giving you
so
all.
I will type out some stuff. Let me just put it in a notepad first.
Mr. Lemmy,
Right. Well, what is
you are
it, Donovan?
not. You are not alone.
Right. I'm freeing up your other spells.
I
These are coming from circles that I will not be using.
You are... Mr. Lemmy, might I propose that I cast the resists, and you cast the boxskins, because you are a druid, and I am a mere sorcerer.
You'll do the resists.
What? Says Altagar.
I'm a bardic sorcerer. I used to say I'm a bardic sorcerer repeatedly, and then people didn't like it so much. I said maestro, and then people thought it was somewhat pompous. Fair enough. So a
I like
sorcerer.
Maestro. Maestro's good.
Maestro? I am a maestro.
Yeah. Altagar likes Donovan.
So, in case anybody's wondering, it is true more now than ever. Gods are watching. So, let's put on a good show, yeah? Apparently gods are interacting. You slept with one.
I may
I'm
spell
gonna give-
Tomersock Lake wrong, but well, it'll be right on the...
However you're the DM, however you spell it is the right way.
Suggest we don't bring any of our companions and only us go. I'll be able to give all of you bars and daring spill strength and a cat's grace.
Hey, you! Does, Maestros disintegrate stuff?
Sometimes?
No disintegrate dragon.
I apologize, Donovan. I've been the only caster for a long time.
So here's the write-up about the linnorms. It doesn't format too well in the chat, but let me put it in the journal. So Thargal Lassen and 2 children are dead, slain by Heroes of Aegis. Vintergal Ice Linnorm dead, slain by Heroes of Aegis. Nekgare is Agare Linnorm dead, slain by King Trud. Druskog Og, the worm of the sunken forest, is in Tomersock Lake. Tarn Linnorm, and he's alive. Dazrageth is a fjord Linnorm that is in an underwater cave at the crater of the drowned men. Crastdog Craggy is the father Craig Linnorm in the volcano, and then Clusterfog, the devourer of corpses. She doesn't tell you where that thing is.
The Clusterfog.
Clusterfog.
That is a fun name. I like.
Yeah. I'll create a separate page for hunting Linnorm, I guess. Hunting Linnorm.
If
I'll put it right underneath the journal.
if Clusterfog. So we should probably keep the Craig Linnorm for when Azzy is here.
Once.
That's fine.
No. First, you, no disintegrate Lenore.
Why?
We need the body. For crown.
What's this crown
It's
do?
motive.
Says Altagar.
It is supposed to make king beyond Ragnarok.
Does Altagar like the High King?
He was a guard for him.
Right. Okay,
DC 1 sense motive check. There's more to it than that.
He's chewing on it a little bit. Ooh. Like he's got his own king, making the other king more powerful. I guess so. We'll let Mark decide the motives of his character.
Yep. Okay, so don't disintegrate them.
Right. Apparently, we need the horns.
How do we plan on bringing them back?
You see that big man over there?